Hey, happy Saturday, you guys. I am getting ready to go to basketball games. Today, our grandsons are having basketball games. They're each having two, but they're so spread apart that we're just going to go to the last two. So the last one for one and the last one for the other one. And I'm excited. I love watching them play. So far, what I have on my face is the, I look kind of shiny probably, but it's the Aveeno Baby SPF and the Beach Bay, which is a luminizer for face and body, and it's L'Oreal. I don't even know if you can find this anywhere anymore. I don't really know. It's kind of old. Anyway, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Finish Foundation in Dewy, and the color is Soft Beige. Are you guys doing okay this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening? Whenever you see this, how are things going for you? Are you, well, first of all, are you parched because you need to get a drink? I've got mine, and it's black coffee. Yeah, I'm fasting this morning. And for me, I mean, some people, they do other things, but for me, I don't like black coffee, but I like to drink black coffee when I am fasting. So, a lot of people love black coffee. I'm not, love it if you want to. I don't crave it. Once I start drinking it and everything, then I'm glad I have it because I think it really helps me. But there's a Instagram, it's intermittent fasting, something that I follow. I'm sure there's a lot of them, so I don't know what the name of it is exactly. I don't have it right in front of me, but anyway, they're the ones really, I think, who kind of taught me to just have black coffee. So some people fast and they have, stevia or a little cream or something like that, but I have found that for me, just black. So yeah, yucky. But good morning, good afternoon, you guys. Good evening. It's time to wind down, or it's time to get up and get going. All right, so I do have the Milani eyeshadow primer on my eyes. I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder to help me out there to make it so the eyeshadow goes on a lot better. And I put eyeshadow underneath too, so I'm just gonna do that underneath. I don't really use powder on my face very often because I tend to have drier skin. I like dewiness. I like when products are, more moisturizing, for sure. That's me. So I did not sleep good. Did you sleep okay? Well, I hope we both sleep well tonight. I don't know. But I'm using the Wet n Wild. This is the brand new one that I bought. Wet n Wild for eyebrows. And mine is, yes, those of you who always see me doing it, yes, you're right. It's ash brown. We might be going to, my brother-in-law is on a pool team. And I think I told you guys in the past that there's a beloved little dive bar in our town that my husband and my brother-in-law sometimes will just go there, and my sister-in-law and I will just talk and play music and stuff, and it's fun. But my brother-in-law is actually on the teams of these places. My husband is not interested in being on a team. He doesn't want to have, that commitment. Anyway, we don't go there very often because he's not on the team, but tonight my brother-in-law is playing. And so I think we're going to possibly go watch him play. And we do know a few people on the team. So actually that little dive bar I was telling you about, he no longer plays for that one. And he plays for another dive bar that I'm not super familiar with. But so on the new team, this is a little fan. These are one of those little fans that you get from the store. My mom actually, I think she really got this in Colombia and she brought it home, which was so sweet. Anyway, I like to kind of dry my face off a little bit. I'm going to get started on my eyes as I keep talking. And I am going to use my, it's always hard kind of to know what to use. Well, I am going to use, the product I'm going to use is Rose Gold Elf. And I used it yesterday, but I'll probably use other colors today, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, oh gosh, what was I saying? The thing is that you want to talk, but you want to also be doing. And so I can tend to just like want to and that's not always the best thing. I'm going to use this color right here. Where was I? I don't know. I think I was talking about the dive bar. Anyway, so I don't know if we're going to do that tonight. My husband has not mentioned it. My sister-in-law did last time I saw them, which was Sunday night when we got together to watch Yellowstone and 1924. And she had mentioned it, you know, hey, you guys should come and watch the game. So we'll see. Something to do, you know. And like I said, we do know a couple people on that team. The other team, when he used to play for the usual little dive bar that we would go to, we knew everybody because we used to go there on their practice nights or whatever. My husband would practice with them. Anyway, all right, good people, fun to be around. So now I'm going to use, so what I did use so far was this color right here. Now I'm going to use this color. And what time is it? I'm just going to use it in the crease a little. And I'm going to see if you can, yeah, you can totally tell the difference, right? I like it. So anyway, that's what we might do tonight. I honestly don't know. We like to be in the house and you know, ready for bed at 7, truthfully. I want to show you guys this little brush that I found that I had that I couldn't find. I didn't think, but I did finally. And I might have, I don't know how I get eyeshadow all over my hands, and it's eyeshadow colors I'm not even using. Anyway, this is e.l.f. and it's for bronzing. I don't know if you can see, it says e.l.f. bronzing right there. Maybe, I don't know if it's gonna, but it doesn't matter. It does say e.l.f. bronzing, but it's super, super light and fluffy, and I want to kind of use it. Maybe not for bronzer, but maybe for blush. So there's that so far. I need to wipe my little truth mirror off. My truth mirror is 10 times what I see in a regular mirror. Oh, it's silly. Okay, so I put some curls in my hair, and you know, being in my 50s, and most likely you are close to that, either before or after or in the middle or right on. But I grew up, I really like Tom Jones. I like Engelbert Humperdinck. Anyway, so when I was doing my curls, I was listening to, you know, She's a Lady. Oh, whoa, whoa. And I miss those days when that was on the radio. Anyway, I like Tom Jones, and I like that time and those singers. I'm kind of embarrassed now that I just sang, but I'm going to move on. All right. So I want to add a little bit of warmth. So what I've used so far is I use this one everywhere. No, sorry. I used this one right here everywhere. And then I used this one, and I said, yeah, you can see it. And now I'm going to use this one, which is warm. So I use this one, then this one, and I want to add a little bit of warmth. I hope I just didn't mess up. I'm going to use this guy right here and just a little bit of warmth. So this is what it looks like so far. And there we go. Can you tell? I can't believe that I'm doing this, really, you guys. You guys should start a YouTube channel. It's quite something. If you think you can't, just do it anyway. I'm going to use the Maybelline strobing stick, which is my fave. And I'm going to put some on the brow bone, like so, just to add a little light shimmering. It's not even, it's so light. I don't know if you can see, I have it there. I do not have it there. You can't tell. You can't tell. That's how much you can't tell. Okay. There's that. I think I might add a little here to brighten me up. If it really does, I don't know. But it does not hurt because it's not white and shiny and, you know, it's just barely there. All right. So I am going to use, I know I went light last night. I'm going to go a little darker today, and I'm going to use, let's see, I use that, and I use that. I'm going to use a brown. I'm going to use a brown that is in the e.l.f. The Mad for Matte Nude Mood. So this is what it would look like from the front, and I take that off, and I'm going to use the one that I like so well, which is this one right here. So I'm actually going to use this brush. It doesn't have a point, but kind of has a point. And maybe I'll go here a little and come up a little. Can't really even tell. I'm trying to look in my camera on my phone. Ew. Hold on, I gotta match the other side. All I have to do is put my shoes on and fix my bangs, and I'll be good to go. Can't be late. What time is it? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna use this to, no, I'm not gonna use it because it's not strong enough. All right, let me see what's happening here. I do touch this sometimes to the actual part that I've created. I'm gonna use the wonderful, amazing fluffy brush that's perfectly fluffy. And just kind of work it. Work it. Work it. Work it. Work it. All right, well, that's okay, I suppose. It's gonna have to do. And now I'm gonna go underneath my eyes. I'm going back to the rose gold, and I'm going to use this color here, which is what I used in the crease first, before I use the Mad for Matte. Oops. Oh no, that's the right color. Like, what am I dipping into here? I hope this will be all right. I think it will. Sorry, yesterday was a two-parter. And then I thought, because I don't know if you watched it or not, but the first one, I ended with someone's here, and then I go off, and I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. What happened to her? And then if you didn't see the other one, you'd be like, oh my gosh. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing happened to me, and then I go. I mean, I can't upload my video if something happened to me, but. Anyway, I felt bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, someone's gonna be worried about me. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, again, like I did yesterday, in part 2 of yesterday, when you know that I lived and I'm okay. This is the Gypsy Blue by NYX. And this is really hard for me to see. I'm literally going on the fact that I've been doing this for years to myself. Yesterday what I did, if you didn't see it, is I used this Gypsy Blue, and look how terrible it looks. Super choppy. And then I used brown over it. And I really liked that. Tell me what you thought. Because then what, and I'm using this is the Morphe that I used yesterday. It's the Morphe Smoke and Shadow palette. Is that too quick? Sorry. And I'm going to use the brown that I used yesterday right here. It's the only brown in the palette, so if I tilted it wrong or whatever, and if you did ever purchase it, I don't even know if it's still available, but you would know which one is brown. So I'm just going over, and this is really, I should have tapped off a lot more because it's really falling out on me. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, my black coffee. Oh. Okay. I almost said, I'm going to grow hair on my chest. It's going to put hair on my chest. Did your parents tell you that? I think that's our generation. It's parents. Or us. We would tell our kids that. I don't know if people say that anymore. But my dad used to say that. I always liked it when I was a little girl. I thought it was funny. Okay, so I'm going to move it around a little bit with a handy dandy Q-tip and kind of make it a little, I don't know if you can see that it's just a little bit kind of choppy. Like I wouldn't want to leave it like that. So I'm just gonna, I don't have any mascara on, so I feel a little better about using a Q-tip. You can see that I don't know if you can see. Yeah, right there. You can see I got some off. There's nothing yucky. I always get kind of grossed out when people show stuff, you know, but that was just eyeshadow, nothing yucky. All right, so I have fallout on my face and I'm using this e.l.f. brush. I have no idea which one this is, but it's got this little doodad here, which would, I assume, help you get product out of some kind of container. Alrighty, well, that actually does not look that great. I'm gonna use some gray and put it over it. Okay. Let's see, where did oh, was that the brush that fell? Yes. So the brush that fell is the one I need. So hold on a second. Sorry. Okay. I'm trying to scoot this chair up on carpet. I have a throw rug underneath me. Okay, so I'm gonna get some gray. And I'll just let you know what's behind us. I have my desk. And then over here is our printer. And then I also have, it's a desk, it's a table. And then I also have a heat press and some shirts that I've worked on over there. So this is like a office slash shop slash video room slash friend hangout, you know. And so, all right, well, what I did was I got a little gray and I just am kind of going over it a little bit and it's kind of making it look a little bit smoother. I think it'll be all right. It's gonna be all right. I haven't even done my bronzer yet. Okay, so what I am gonna do, and sometimes I do this, is I'll take a little bit of something like maybe a moisturizer. In fact, I'll use moisturizer. This is what I usually use. I don't know why it looks so yellow at the top. There's nothing there. I don't know why it looks like that, but this is the Dramatically Different moisturizing lotion from Clinique. And I'll use a little bit of that. I mean, look how little, can you even see? It just barely put it there, and I'm just gonna take it off again. But it doesn't pull my skin because these are actually, for me, kind of rough. Let's see, I've been doing this for about 20 minutes almost. And I just wanna get all that little fallout and stuff off of me. So, and I'm doing this lightly. So, maybe I'll put a little bit of brown underneath. So hold your horses, everyone. Ooh, I have that one brush that is, where is it? Where are you? Little tiny brush that I never ever, hardly ever use. Oh, that's all right. I'm just gonna use this one that I usually use and put it in the brown, but I'm just barely gonna tap it. Just like, oof, just barely. Let's see, hopefully it won't get, because you know, I'll have to take it off again if it falls out. I mean, if it has fallout, not if it falls out. I think it'll be all right. I don't think I can really even tell. Probably a little too much tapping going on. But I'm doing this now because I'm going to put a little bit more foundation in that area. Okay, why does it look like there's more? No, that's all right. That's all right. It's okay. So I wanted to do it before. If I have to add a little bit more moisturizer to get any fallout, that's okay. I really don't want to be, you know, at the game and then the game's over and I'm standing there talking to people and I have a bunch of fallout. Sometimes I get it on the inside. That's okay. All right. So I'm going to use the Fit Me, even though I used the photo finish on my face. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me for now because it's not as thick. And I just get it to where I have that ring of it on my finger. I know I've been showing you that a lot lately, but it might be someone's first video. Oh. And I'm really gentle here as well. Okay, move it around a little bit and just tap, 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 tap in every way is the way to go, isn't it? You tap the eyeshadow off your brush, you tap your fingers. All right, so before I do the mascara, because that is the kablam, that's like the ending in a way, I'm going to go ahead and use my Milani Sunkissed bronzer. And I'm going to use my regular brush I use, which is Real Techniques old brush. I always go down the nose a little bit. It's just kind of wherever you... Look at this guy. It's going to fall out, isn't he? So, are you from another country? I wonder what time it is for you. I'm going to fix that. Bang. I think it's really nice that you're watching. I think it's nice that all of you guys are watching. Thank you so much. I'm going to put a little bit of the Milani, you know it, it's the Tea Rose on my cheeks. And I'm using this little bronzer brush I've never used with you guys at all. And I think it'll be just nice and light. I'm going to use my my Frozen brush, which yes, I bought myself Frozen brushes because I thought they were cute. And you know, we always have that girl inside of us. Even though I'm not crazy about the show, to be very honest. I'm really not. I feel like it's... you want me to tell you my opinion on Frozen? I feel like it's... I'll just tell you. And I know it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be what everybody thinks and what they think. But what I think is it's really kind of against parents. All right, so I'm going to use some of this strobing stick here and there. I think it kind of pulls kids away from parents. I did when I watched it. I've only seen it once. But I saw the play. We went to Disneyland one time with our grandkids and our daughter and her husband. And I thought that then, you know, they have those plays there. Excuse me, my nose is itching. Okay, so I'm going to, I think I'm about done. Let me finish this horrible. That's all I'm going to have. I'll put some of this on, which is the, which one is it, guys? It is the praline. I'm just gonna use a little praline. I should mix them. Maybe not, I don't know. And I'm going to, I guess the eyes are okay. I'm going to use some Sky High. Have you guys tried this at all? The Maybelline Sky High, it's pretty good. I still really like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which I think I told you guys, I think is like, isn't there a mascara called Better Than Sex? I forgot, sorry, my nose is itching. I forgot who put that out. Alrighty, so here goes the eyelashes. And just do this. I go on top, I go on bottom, I go everywhere. And I do not have long eyelashes, but I think I've kind of kept my eyelashes pretty good, thank the Lord, but they're definitely not long. And I never ever use false eyelashes, even though that's definitely a thing right now people use, like every day. And it looks so pretty. But I just have not. Ooh, I'm getting it everywhere. What cuss word do you say when you get it everywhere? No, I'm just kidding. Whoopsie daisy. I'll say that. Okay. So what are you guys doing today? What have you done today? What was your day like? What is it going to be like? What's all the things? Whoops. So far, I've done what I want. I am getting everywhere. And then I just slid it down my hand. Why is this happening? Because I'm imperfect. That's why. I truly just forgot what I was saying. No surprise. No surprise. We're supposed to be leaving in about 15 minutes. Okay, well, I forgot what I was saying to you. I'm sorry. Or asking you. I think about you all throughout the day, here and there, and wonder, like, what is their life like? What are they doing? So if you don't feel like you're being thought of in life, I want you to know that I do think of you. I don't know exactly what you're going through, but we're all going through crud, right? We all are. We're all suffering in one way or another and trying to make it. Trying to look at this. Isn't this cute? I don't like the holes though. Those little like portholes. You can see how pale I am. I was gonna say I should wear this in the summer when I have self tanner on, but I'm not gonna wear a sweater in the summer. Anyway, dinner. Oh, I want to tell you about dinner with my friend, the lady from Kyrgyzstan, who is a U.S. citizen. I like to say that because I just love that they've done what they've done, done it the right way. Anyway, it was very nice, super nice. And she happened to pick my favorite restaurant. It was her choice. So I was really happy about that. And guess what? We're going to be close to that restaurant today. So you never know. I am going to buy some hamburger today and make a whole huge bunch of, my husband's alarm's going off because he's taking a nap. He needs to go too, because we're going together. What was I saying? Oh shoot, why do I always forget? Oh my goodness. What was I saying? It's okay. It's all right, you guys. It's all right. I was saying something and then his alarm started going off. I don't know. I had a good time. It was very nice. I was saying I think like we might go there again today. I don't know. Oh, I was making taco. See, I always remember, and I'm thankful that I remember. And it's always weird because it's always like around the same amount of time. So this is probably what I cannot see good because my phone, I can't. But this is kind of what I would look like if I didn't have bangs. Maybe someday when my face is a little smaller. But until then, while I have them, I'll do them, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to make a whole bunch of taco meat and do my own taco seasoning and everything. And we'll just eat it, throughout the week. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow instead. If I do it Sunday, then we can have it, like Monday and Tuesday also. I just really like that, especially if it's just my husband and I. It's like, let's just make it easy. I've been cooking for so long. All right, you guys. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you stay focused and keep trudging along, because I think that that's really, in a lot of ways, the spice of life is when we actually do what we know in our hearts we want to, and our desires, and we live them out. And you know, so stay focused, keep going, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay. All right. I'll be thinking about you, and I'll see you tomorrow right here. All right. Bye-bye.